Your memory is foggy. Your vision is limited. You are unable to see beyond a veil of fog. You remember your journey towards the city called Quartz. You remember the tavern called the Red Hammer. You remember meeting him. You remember trudging through the mud, the heavy rain beating against your back. You remember a total of 13 travelers, all in robes, yourself included, each with faces as distorted as your vague memory. You hear the screams, the torment from the others, the pile of corpses and the giant, dragging you away. You remember the word, suggestion, and the feeling of betrayal. And you remember a painful death. Wake up. You think to yourself, you must wake up.
Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Bro, what's up with all these bodies?
Yo, we'll find out in a second.
That's on Intel Wisdom. President Amia. $16.
So, as you kind of start to come to, you see only like blackness around you. Your eyes adjust a little bit, and there's tiny like slits of light. You feel pressure kind of on all sides of you as you're being kind of compressed. And the smell of rot and decay is kind of overwhelming your senses. With that perception, you realize that you are in a pile of corpses. As you kind of reach up and pull yourself out, there's arms, legs. You dig into somebody's ribs, and it kind of just pushes all the way through to the bone. But you're making your way out of this pile.
Well, that's rather unpleasant.
Thaddeus, you died. Now you're in this place. What do you do?
This is a very inconvenient moment. Do I see anybody else moving?
If you wanted to call out, yeah.
I don't want to call out in a pile of bodies. What if there's zombies?
What if there are?
I check my person to see if I got anything.
I'll say, give me another perception.
Oh, that's a persuasion.
You persuade the corpses to move.
Right, perception.
Yeah, I'll say that's high enough where you also see that you don't necessarily see who or what, but you do start to see some movement kind of in the corpse pile that you just crawled out of.
I mean, like, I check my piece, make sure it's loaded.
Yeah, so you have all of your equipment with you?
Can I cast a little glowy light? So,
yeah.
Do I have that as in...
No. I don't know if your spells...
I got Thunderclap, what's up?
Yeah, I don't know if all your spells ported over.
Okay. Let's assume I have the cantrip, little glowy light. Maybe he's rejoining. You wait for Burnside?
Yeah, he'll join back. He's fine. So yeah, you are able to kind of cast light and see a little bit better. As you do, James, I'm gonna have you kind of take your movement. Same thing. You were kind of pressed in on all sides. Now there is a brighter light in this place, and as you kind of come to, you also notice that you are coming out of a pile of corpses. Now above you, I didn't mention this to you. If you look above you, there is a light source coming from this large shaft. The shaft is probably about 25 feet up in the air, and it looks like you guys were probably thrown down this shaft into a pile.
Okay.
But that was the only source of light, but now a person standing on the edge of the pile has just cast the light cantrip.
Uh. Okay. Huh.
You two come to the realization that you died. And hopefully you guys could all hear that little recording thing.
Yeah.
The
I
accordion?
can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hear the little audio clip I sent?
Oh, yeah. I did hear that. I thought you said the accordion thing. I'm like,
Yes,
oh, are
the
you
accordion.
nice?
We are the French.
Oui.
But well, as I'm half elf, I have dark vision, so the light really just makes it a little bit brighter for me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to see pretty much what you see here.
Yeah.
To your, like, if you're facing that hallway, obviously to your left, there is a body of water.
Yeah.
And then straight ahead there looks like a long hallway leading into another room. But you're kind of limited what you can see. You do see what looks like a brazier, but other than that, you can't necessarily see much in that room.
Okay. Do I see him moving around? Right.
Yeah, he's basically already on the outside. It's more or less just the order of you guys getting out of the pile. But yeah, he's already out. He casts light. You're coming
do
out.
I
You have more light
do
now.
do I notice what race he is?
I'm gonna go to him. Mr. Mikey, please go ahead and describe your character for me. He's muted.
Yeah. So, guys, Idrisol, kind of like darker tan human, slick black hair, wears glasses but doesn't need them. Right? They're like for show. Um, Decked out in medium armor, some leather, right? Kind of about 6 feet tall, slim, and has 2 flintlock pistols equipped with clockwork, whatever.
Okay, but he's human. All right.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
And then he uses his cape of always being clean to clean himself off from all the dirt. Disgusting.
So okay. Well, I ask him, "Who are you? What's going on here? Why is there a dead body? Why are there dead bodies here?"
Kind of explain your character as well, James, please.
Okay. I am a lighter skinned male. If you can see my pointed ears, I look like I'm an elf, but I'm not as slender because I'm half elf. I have a short sword or like a dagger or a long dagger on my right hip and a long sword on my left hip. And then I'm also wearing studded leather, or I'm wearing chainmail armor. And I look to have, and what I would have, like you would see like a necklace on me that has a crest on it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I'm like average height, average weight for the most part. Like 6 foot, 160, 180 pounds. Nothing real fancy. No like tattoos or distinguishing marks, really. I am young. I'm like 18 years old.
All right,
Is that good, or Joe?
Yeah, that's pretty good. We lost Burnside, so we'll go ahead and skip him.
No.
Mr. Kevin, please go ahead and introduce your character.
My character is Saldred. Excuse me, Saldred. He is a what the hell is it? Tiefling with kind of like bluish skin, and he looks to be in his early 30s. He's got a rapier and a viol on his back. He's I don't know, dressed fairly nice, but not too nice.
All right, and as you kind of come to Mr. Kevin, is there anything that you initially want to do?
Just kind of look around, get my bearings. See the light. We see the shaft. How big is the shaft? I mean, maybe start there, kind of get a look at that.
So it is roughly, it is squared, slightly rounded on like the corners, but you can tell the original shape was a square. It looks like it was some type of venting originally. The hole itself is roughly about 4.5 feet, like round
Okay.
diameter, I mean. And it's, like I said, it's about 25 feet up. It's kind of difficult to tell exactly how high, but roughly 25, 30 feet. There is a hard, like, brick wall on this far side, and there's no real way to kind of climb that wall. It's a pretty flat surface.
All right. Then.
And then we'll switch to
Correct.
Mr. Rich then.
So the entire time all this has been going on, a relatively tall, 6.5 foot, relatively well built, dark green skin orc stands up from amongst the pile, kind of shaking bodies off of him, and quickly looks around at the other people that's standing around. You notice he has a relatively large tribal tattoo on his left shoulder that appears to be a bone or wooden hook that's ornately decorated. The starting of a band on his right arm that's solid black with a series of triangles directly beneath it. He has a relatively unique looking wooden handle for a sword that's being contained on his back, and a relatively large club sitting at his hip, wearing light leather armor. He looks at the closest person to him and says, "Where are we, friend? What happened?"
This part is on you guys. You guys can direct that
I guess
however
at
you
this
want.
point it'd be Eros that he's approaching or speaking directly to.
James died, I guess.
Well, I can
James?
see you're not any help, and he just kind of shoves him off and out of the way, steps over a few more of the bodies, and approaches another person who seems to be more cognitive and with it, and goes, friend, do you know where we are? What happened?"
No, I woke up here just same as you. Trying to figure out what we can do and get out of here. Looks like we gotta
Well,
go this way. And he points to the south.
well, I guess I'll journey that way. I'll let you know what I find. And yeah, I'm going to use my movement to move south into the next unexplored room.
Okay. So I'll move you for you. You kind of get to the tip. Now, how are you kind of approaching?
Haphazardly.
Just
No,
regular?
he's just kind of leisurely walking down the hallway. He's not taking any precautions per se or attempting to hide his approach.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception. And are you guys following behind him or kind of just waiting to see what happens?
I'm gonna follow behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow too.
Beautiful.
I'm very perceptive today.
100%. You notice that right around, I'm going to draw it for us.
Okay.
Right around here, and around here along the ceiling, there are large, like openings. Looks like they're full of like cobwebs and spider webs. It looks like they are like spider dens.
Yeah, mouths. That's great.
Ahead of you is a large brazier in the center. There is these are like bookshelves that have kind of just been ravaged through, dry rot. This one, it looks like there was some type of cave-in and rocks fell, kind of smashed it. There is another path right over in this direction, but it does look like it's kind of narrowed from a large rock. It's one of those where you can still get by, but it's kind of just like scooting through sideways. But you guys could easily go one at a time through that hole, no problem.
Can I check the water? See what's going on with that?
Yeah. So go ahead and give me an investigation.
10.
As you start to kind of look in the water, you do notice that there's another body over this way. And for a second, you think that it moved. You're not sure.
Can I do a perception to see if it's like hostile?
Sure.
Weird. 12.
From the area where you are, kind of your distance, it's kind of difficult to tell. If you got a little closer, you might be able to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, move one little bit closer.
Okay, so the water itself, it's not super deep right there. One thing I didn't mention is there is a water source above it. Kind of looks like it's just like that picture makes it look like a waterfall, but I was kind of limited on choices. But it's essentially just like a small stream drip from like underneath the ground.
Okay.
Kind of dripping through. It's not super deep. At its deepest, it's maybe like almost to knee high. But that's like dead center of it.
Okay.
So you're kind of up to your boots. Go ahead and give me another investigation.
Boom, 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 boom. 17.
Beautiful. So that is good enough. You notice that this kind of waterlogged, bloated corpse is not what's moving, but there's something underneath it moving.
Well, that's great.
And there is a half of a zombie kind of just floating in the water, dragging across the bottom of the ground in your direction. You also notice, kind of right about here, you see a glimmer of something. It looks like it might be like silver.
Oh, nice. Well,
And James and Thaddeus, we are going to have an initiative roll.
Oh no.
again?
Por favor.
4.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay. So this thing is like starting to move and drag its way over. Eros, you are going to be able to... am I saying that right?
Arios.
Arios. You are going to go first. You kind of notice this thing moving as well.
All right then.
I'm going to cut to Rich real quick. Rich, with that good perception, you can kind of see where the lines are for the web itself. You feel, because you're kind of a survivalist as well, as long as you don't disturb these webs, you shouldn't alert them.
Yeah, exactly. So my initial response is to be protective of the hull. And right now he considers absolutely everyone that was standing that he woke up with as potential friends and allies. So he turns around to make sure, one, no one else is coming into where he's at. And then 2, I want to go back and warn everyone about what's ahead.
Okay.
Like, hey guys, there's a room full of webs. I'm pretty sure if we disturb them, it may draw out some what could possibly be relatively large spiders.
The holes
There's
are
a way that
roughly
we
like
can get
dog
through,
sized.
but that's still large spiders.
Yeah.
That's large enough.
Exactly.
They're
So
like
just
baby
shake
size, Mikey.
I mean, if they're the size of like Goliath bird-eating tarantulas from the Amazon, I could deal with that.
No, they're
The
way
size
bigger
of like
than
a
that.
cocker spaniel, it's not
No,
okay.
that's kind of big for me too.
You
No,
know?
I'm thinking like 55, 60-pound dog.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Like my dog back here.
Those are
Yeah, that's biggie.
what I consider colossal
No,
spiders. at
Iggy's
this
like
point.
100 pounds.
Oh, then yeah, it's bigger. Thanks.
I was gonna say my dog Bailey is 50 to 60 pounds.
Yeah, Athena's 50 pounds.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
probably Bailey size is pretty decent.
So
Everyone,
yeah,
well, everyone except for Mikey's meant Bailey.
spiders could mean seriously deadly poison, and that could ruin someone's day. So I want to make them aware that there's the potential for day-ruining events over this way if you're not careful.
I wouldn't kill you guys again on the first half an hour of the session.
What do you mean again?
You already died.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Speaking of
flip-
dying, James, there is a Zombo calling your
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
What do you do? You're still going to be down there, Orbo.
Okay. Yeah.
This is all kind of
I,
at the same exact time.
Okay,
I do. I cast.
I was there.
He can't see me, right? Whatever his name is.
Who?
I forget what his name. Thaddeus.
Yeah,
Just-
he knows you're there.
Yeah, but he can't like see me, right?
If he kind of tilts his head back a little bit, yeah, you're right behind him.
Okay. I invoke
You're
my
not
blood
invisible.
curse. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like
No, he just
But-
he's wading in the water a little bit. He's not like swimming deep or anything.
Okay. Well, I do my blood curse of binding.
That mean?
Yeah, explain what that means, or roll the ability from your character sheet so we can read
Well,
it.
it's all it is hold on.
He is a blood hunter.
As a bonus action, I attempt to bind a large or small creature for my next turn. I'm not going to amplify it though, not yet.
The cat just bit me. Little jerk.
But a zombie, I would assume, has blood in it, so I'm going to attempt to bind it.
Go ahead and roll a nature check for me. It would not have like blood that you would be able to manipulate. Any blood in a zombie is just coagulated black ichor. It's not really blood at that point.
Ico.
Well, then, never mind. I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I gave it to you beforehand.
Yeah. You, sir.
so
Because,
you didn't
I mean,
lose
it's
the
kind of...
ability or anything.
Now, if it was like a full size, like not like half corpse, I guess it would be like blood curse of binding would probably work.
Depending on how fresh it is, I would probably rule it differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it was like a standing like shambling corpse towards you, it probably would work.
Not necessarily.
Okay, whatever.
Like if one of you guys just died and somebody resurrected you, like as a zombie, yeah, it would. But
Okay, well,
for the most part, for undead, it's not going to be great.
okay. Well then, our crossbow bolts pretty much infinite, or do you want me to start counting them down?
You have a set amount. I think you had like 20.
I have
or something
20.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna count those as best we can. If we
Okay.
miss a couple, I don't care. But try to
Okay.
count them.
Okay. Hey, so guess what? Crossbow is not in my attack and spell casting. Nice. I forgot to add it. Oh, D5E.
Do you need to add it? You want me to add it quick?
I'm trying to just so I can add it while I'm doing it. I'm trying to find it right now. It's 1d8 piercing. I guess it would be Dex, right?
Yeah, so it'd be a +5 to hit, so d20 +5, and then yeah, d8 damage.
Oh, are you on my character sheet?
I am. I was fixing something.
No. Do you want to roll?
No, go ahead.
Huh.
I just noticed that your dagger was strength, so I'd change that.
Well, do you want me to roll dexterity?
Yeah. It's a 20
So-
+5, so that's +3, so it'd be 15. That hits.
Okay.
It'd be a
Takes a D8.
D8 +3 for your dex.
D8. So 7.
So yeah, you kind of line your shot up right over his shoulder. He's kind of down a little bit, so you kind of have a little bit height advantage. And you pluck this thing right in the shoulder. It is still moving. It is going to start pushing towards Thaddeus. It is going to attempt to make one kind of slash attack at you, Mikey. It's going to do so at a disadvantage because it only has one arm.
Good news.
14 or 14. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
You take 2 points of damage.
Goodness.
At this point, you guys are going to be able to, like, if you guys ever called out to them or anything like that, you can let them know. But Orbo and Solrid, you guys kind of have your opportunity to move. So I'm going to have you guys roll initiatives real quick for me just to jump in.
I casually lay my head back and say, "There's a zombie."
You say you want us to roll an initiative, Joe?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
to
just
get
to,
in the fight.
Nice.
Nice. And Rich?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, as stated, I want to head back towards the main portion of the group.
Yeah, roll initiative for me.
Sure thing.
Nice.
Okay. This is not letting me delete James. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this going. So, Orbo, it would be your turn, sir.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm more focused on wanting to warn them of what's going on in this room. So I would be traveling back up to the room with the pile of bodies and the rest of the people that awoke. As I pass by this gentleman, I'm going to stop and tell him what's going on in here first, and then continue heading back, that way.
Yeah, you mentioned you were already going to do that, so yeah, you would have had time to do that. He was already, like, right behind you the whole time. So
Okay.
kind of as you walked in the room, he was pretty much at the doorway.
Alright, then yeah, I like I said, after realizing what was going on, he would have been the first person I warned about the room, and then I would have made my way back to the main group to essentially do the same.
Okay.
So that's about 20 foot of my movement.
As you get there, go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Perception.
Okay. Good.
I'm less perceptive this time.
Burnside, you back?
Mike?
No, Mike's right there.
It's Mikey.
That is correct.
I feel like you have a lot of issues. And he left.
He's still here.
So you still have about 10 feet of movement. There's enough room, Mr. Rich, where if you wanted to kind of get in this area here, you definitely could, and then that would be within striking range. And you're muted as well, Rich, if you don't know.
I said, seeing how I was coming into this room with the intent on telling all of them, I would have instinctively kind of moved to where the cluster of most of them were to tell them what was going on. But
Yeah, as soon as you do,
yeah.
you see there's a zombie trying to attack these guys.
Did you not hear me like lean back and say there's a zombie?
No. Well, only one thing to do. He draws out his big old club, and I'm going to hold his action with the condition of when the closest person to me is attacked by the zombie, I step in and attempt to hit it to keep it from attacking them.
You still have 5 feet of movement, so if you wanted to move here, you could.
Okay, then I shall.
I know it looks like there's a big thing there, but we'll say there's more than enough room for you to kind of get in there, just because this is a smaller map. So yeah, if you want to make your attack now, or if you want to wait till it goes to attack, either way.
Whatever's easiest for you.
It doesn't matter, whatever you want.
Sure, I'll make the attack now. Like I said, with the intent of using it mainly to disrupt its attack against an ally. But that's with the club. So
Nice.
my attack for it's 14.
Oh, you rolled minimum damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
So yeah. You do notice that the bludgeoning kind of seems to be somewhat effective. You kind of crack it on the head, and it kind of like shudders back a little bit. Unfortunately, it is still up. Mr. Thaddeus, it would be your turn, sir.
It is I, Thaddeus. Yeah, I shoot it.
Do it then.
Hello.
And with that, I'm going to have you roll an intelligence for me real quick before we count that attack roll. It's not bad. You do know that your guns are fairly loud. If there are more undead and they're drawn by sound, shooting a gun in a kind of closed environment like this would probably echo and alert things.
Okay.
Now, if you want to shoot the gun, you still can. Just want to give you that caveat beforehand.
Can I pistol weapon?
Yeah.
What would that be?
Let me take a look at your character sheet real quick. Basically just be like a melee attack with the weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Walking Dead real quick.
Yeah, I'll let you make like an improvised dex attack.
So just roll Dex.
Yeah, so it'd be roll the dex to hit. That works, and then damage would be a D4 plus your dex, so a D4 plus 3. Because it's an improvised weapon, technically. Nice.
4.
So you feel like you definitely could have hit it harder, but you kind of hit it in the same spot that Orbo kind of bashed his club in. And you were able to get to some brain meat, and this thing drops.
Some brain meat. Lovely.
Yeah. I'm a wordsmith.
I heard.
Why does no work?
We see any other movement? Can I go get the silver thing?
You can. But there is something going to happen real quick, as there is another one.
Another one what?
Another Zombo.
Where?
Right here.
Oh shit, is the pile of corpses waking up?
But you have movement and stuff, so if you wanted to go ahead, you basically just move your 5 feet. What you find there is this nice kind of leather dagger sheath. It has like silver inlays on the tips and a silver handle. You kind of pull out the dagger real quick. It's like a fine, like there's a fine silver line along the blade of this dagger.
Oh, so it's like a silvered weapon?
Yeah, it's not completely silvered, but the actual edge, blade edge is.
The killing part is.
Yeah.
Excellent. Is it like enchanted or blessed or anything? Can I roll?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay. Can I roll an Arcana?
Yeah, go ahead. Just to get like a basic feeling of it.
19.
You don't necessarily get anything magical off of it. Probably just a nicer artifact that was on one of these corpses.
Okay, so it's not like cursed or anything.
Not that you can tell.
All right. Well,
definitely not cursed. I wouldn't do that to you.
I wouldn't know, right? I would
No.
like to put it in one hand and keep the clock lock pistol in the other.
Okay. Kind of Metal Gear Solid Snake. You have the pistol and then the knife out.
Yeah, just
Okay. So you're full tacto commando.
Yeah, if only my cloak would let me cloak.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have any movement?
Yeah, you would still have like 20 feet. You have plenty of movement.
Okay, so like I don't see the other zombie pop out over there, right? So can I go check the bodies?
Yeah, you definitely can.
All right, can I go check the bodies and see if there's anything salvageable?
As soon as you kind of get...
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. You kind of get in there. I'm going to have you go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
No, I mean like the bodies up north, like the bloated one that was like moving.
Oh, in the water. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
See if they're... But I'm cautious, right? I want to make sure there aren't any zombies going to pop out.
Yeah. So yeah, this one is kind of just floating and kind of there. The bloated corpse here, as you kind of approach it, yeah, still go ahead and do an investigation, sorry.
20.
You don't notice any movement on this thing. I believe earlier you found out that it wasn't that was moving, it was something underneath it. You do find a coin purse. The coin purse has...
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
Still muffled because I'm using AirPods?
Yeah, you're a bit muffled.
3 gold?
So there's 3 gold and 110 silver.
Nice.
Based on the clothing, you would assume that this was the wealthy man who was originally the owner of that dagger.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Kevin, it would be your turn. At this point, this other long-armed Zombo.
Just got back.
I'm gonna kind of enlarge it so you guys can see it. It is basically just a large, kind of giant arm with a head attached to it.
Okay.
That's not a problem at all.
Yeah. Does the other party alert us to the other zombie? Or we just kinda like-
So, Eros, you would probably notice it, and then if you just told him, "Oh shit, there's another one," yeah, there would. You guys would know. Solrid, you're 25, 30 feet away from them, so you would hear them.
Well, and when Orbo had turned around and went back, I would have, kind of gone and followed him back as well. So
Okay.
I assume I'm probably coming in as this thing is kind of getting up and stirring.
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as you get there, yeah, you would be able to kind of see it.
All right, I'm gonna poke it with a rapier.
Okay.
Real good.
Does a 20 hit it?
It definitely does.
Nice.
Not for much, but it hits it.
It's good. Every bit counts. So that is you. Bottom of the round, we are going to put Mr. Shuyun. If you can hear us.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
It would be your turn, sir.
All right, so I don't even. Okay. Who are we fighting right now?
There is this thing right in front of you.
Oh,
I enlarged it to show the others. But that's basically
my
what it looks
God.
like. It is the head of, like, a giant's head and an arm. That's pretty much all it is.
well, I'm going to attack it because why not?
And the tiefling just came up and he did the same thing. He jabbed it with his sword.
Okay. I'm gonna use
How the hell
my.
do you have plus 10?
I put it in by accident.
Oh, it's saying, how'd
Oh,
you roll a
10,
natural 30?
geez.
You're level 2, dude.
My bad, dog.
No, you're good. Beautiful, James. You go to swing your staff at this thing and you just whiff it as this thing bounds up and it's kind of like a Dark Souls boss, just kind of like pressed up on its fingertip, and its head turns towards you.
So that was just me trying to spring off my staff.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't an actual attack.
It was enough to get its attention.
Okay.
And then it is going to... it's not its turn yet, so we are top of the round. Mr. James.
Yeah. I take out my my sword and dagger, and I attempt to hack and slash it.
Do it. Do that thing.
Did we get one attack or two?
What weapons are you using? Because you wanted the Dex Greatsword, and then you wanted sword and...
Well, that's
you
the
want the
Dex like
longsword?
longsword.
Huh?
That's like a Dex longsword would have been fine, or a Dex greatsword. I'm two-handed fight
Then
style.
it's only one attack, James, unless stated otherwise in the class, unless you're wielding two weapons.
Well, he is,
At
so
which-
that's what I'm getting at. That's fine. So I'm just going to change that on your sheet real quick.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we can
'cause
still
we were-
use- we can still use Dex for that longsword. That's fine.
Yeah,
So yeah,
'cause
basically
we were.
you would get your attack. Your bonus action would be your offhand.
Okay.
as you get more attacks, you only get one bonus action still. So like once you
Is
get
it
at 5th level, when you get 2 attacks, it would be attack, attack, bonus, attack.
okay? Is it still 2d6 or
It's going to be a D8.
1d8?
Yeah. I'll change it on there.
I'm already in it.
Okay. Let me get out then.
Oh, what? 1d8.
It could have been because I was in your sheet.
Yeah, because it like deleted it. All right. I attempt to smack it with one sword and then smack it with the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that missed. Hopefully. Do you want me to do
that
both
was
at
just
once
your,
or
that
do
was
one?
just your damage.
No. Oh shit. 10
There you go. So that
or
definitely
23. It was a 23. So.
hits. 23
And it
hits.
was
And
10 for damage.
Yeah. And then go ahead
Okay.
with your offhand.
17 and 5.
Yeah, beautiful. So
Okay.
as this thing kind of like lunges up, it locks on the monk. You were able to come in and kind of cut some tendons and just drop this thing.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I meant for that to happen.
Good.
It was all part of the grand plan.
All right.
How do you rotate the character back and forth?
Magic. You should be able to. Actually, I don't know if you can, because you don't have advanced. But in the settings, I can flip you horizontal.
No, we can, Joe. It's just that the scale, when we click on our characters, the icon bubbles for our token hide the rotation piece
Okay.
for
Oh,
us
I
to
see.
rotate our characters.
Yeah, but that's
Essentially, if
only
you can
rotate. That
grab-
doesn't let you flip it.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm actually flipping you guys horizontal and like
Yeah.
vertical.
Yeah, you can't mirror flip right, left.
Okay.
No, but we can rotate us.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are out of combat.
Yay.
So again, I tell as many people as I can about the nasty spiders that are possibly in the next room.
Listen, Rich, you'll understand this. You'll understand this hopefully. If there is one spider on that ladder,
No,
our truth. He had this whole promo about spiders.
I have a question for you. Is it related to comedy?
In terms of WWE, yes.
Okay.
How about, is it related to Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, in the moment, yes.
Yeah, you freaking nerd.
Yeah, dorks.
yeah,
We're playing
so-
with dice, you idiots.
There's big spiders in the other room, most likely. Don't step on the webs. I'm pretty sure there's a safe path if you guys want to follow me. But,
Okay.
I don't think we should just be standing around, so.
I feel like we should check the bodies to see if there's any other survivors or if there's anything useful we can get out.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we can dig through the dead. And the orc just starts pulling, like, bodies by legs and arms and kind of, like, rolling them over and peeling them off of one another.
All
Yeah,
right,
can anybody?
so to stop kind of everybody from trying the same exact thing like multiple times, I'm just gonna have one person roll. So whoever wants to go ahead and do the investigation into the corpse pile, it looks like Orbo's first, unless somebody else wants to dig their hands in there.
It was Mikey's idea, so I think he should be the one to roll the searching of the corpse file. I'm essentially just acting as the muscle to get it done.
I'm okay with that.
So go ahead and give me a investigation then, sir.
12.
So you find a potions case and you kind of pull this up. It is a 6-holder potion case. Two of the vials look like they were shattered.
Okay.
There are two vials that are intact. They appear to be healing potions.
All right, cool. Who needs a healing potion?
You also find, in another kind of body, you find a leather pack. It has linens, fine scrap, fine elven cord, 3 vials of fabric dye, and the colors are brown, blue, and green.
Sounds
Oh.
like a tailor's kit.
Okay. Where do I put this on my sheet?
I did add a potion of healing for both James and Mikey's characters.
What?
Like just now?
Earlier.
I mean, are these the two healing
No.
potions?
So these are in addition to that.
Okay, so do I just add one more to that?
Yeah.
2 more?
Well, you add 2 more, yeah, unless you want to give them away.
Does anybody need a healing potion?
No, I don't
Not-
think any of us got
not-
injured.
Yeah,
No.
so me.
No, I don't need the healing. I'm fine.
All right. Well, I'll keep these in case we need them later. And a nice tailor's kit.
Yes. Clothes are good. They
So-
keep you warm.
Yeah, if you just want to make
Alright.
like a small note, unless you use it for other things, the value of that bag is about 15 gold.
So me don't know if me told you all yet, but my name's Orbo,
So,
and I'm announcing
hello.
this just loud enough that anyone around me should be able to hear me.
15 zombies coming up now.
Yeah, I mean, let's go, bro.
well, I mean, so question: does anybody have a ceremony to make sure that none of these bodies turn into zombies? We send them off.
Orbo stands over top of
Should be
one of them,
fine.
takes his club, and bashes it straight between the eyes, cracking its skull, like almost all the way down,
There's always that.
and then delivers a couple of more hits just to be sure that, you know, the head is squishy, and goes, I don't think it's getting up anymore.
Oh, I see. The different cultures here are.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of culture shock.
I'll bless some of the bodies.
I mean, do you want to just do like an overall, like,
Yeah,
generic blessing over everyone?
yeah.
The second I see someone doing something religious, Orbo would stop immediately, going, yeah, I didn't want to do this, and just kind of back off of the pile.
Okay, so yeah, you can just go ahead and do that. You take a couple minutes, kind of say your piece. In that time, does anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go stand guard at pretty much the entrance to the other room through the hallway.
Okay. You guys are just going to stay in this room all night?
No,
No. I think
as stated, I'm gonna come down this way and kind of stand guard at the entrance to this room.
Yeah,
I'd like to-
still no spooters.
I'd like to take note of like the bodies and descriptions and see if I can.
I am then going to stealthily and very, very carefully move through the stone pathway, attempting to avoid all of the spider
Who's
webs
that?
to make it to the other hallway.
Okay. So, James, you step in this spider web.
What?
So, there's my stealth for you.
I
Ooh, he's
stealthily step in the spider webs.
So you get roughly
Yeah.
about here. I'm going to reveal some stuff for you. Let me make
So,
it quick.
I'd say I'd stop like there, where I just pinged that
Yeah.
square roughly.
I'm going to reveal this for you. So there is this large kind of marble, like archway.
Oh, cool.
And do you have dark vision?
Yes, 60 foot worth of it.
then yeah, you're pretty much able to see this entire room. It's going to be a lot dimmer further back.
Of course, yeah.
There are 4 large statues in each corner. One of them obviously is shattered. There is a kind of dust-covered, moth-eaten, moldy rug, and this kind of mold smell is pretty
Oh yeah.
pretty eminent. There is a stone like table, and it appears to have been split right down the middle.
Right.
Also, there are 2 brass
Brazier.
braziers.
Jesus is here.
There is also
Oh.
a whole bunch of little spiderweb friends,
Mm.
and 2 more archways.
Well, I break out my tinder box, and I'm going to attempt to light this brazier to provide light for the room in here in case any of my companions can't see as well in the darkness.
I would appreciate that.
Are you guys,
Yeah.
do you still have light cast?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, it'll help a little bit, but you don't necessarily need it with light. These rooms
Yeah.
are all fairly small.
Light
And do you
goes
guys
out.
follow?
I
Yeah.
am not really worried about my footing or being silent as I don't see anyone in the room. So I would casually be approaching that,
Okay.
by the way.
Yep.
So yeah, Orbo, he kind of just mentioned to be weary of the webs and don't touch them. But do you guys go ahead and follow him into the next room?
Yeah.
Yes.
I took a quick note of like the bodies that we find, just to be able to identify them later. If we
Okay.
need to tell the or anything in the convoy. Can I check this bookcase out?
Which one?
The one on the way. See if there's any interesting things.
This one or this bottom one?
The
Oh.
one on the bottom left.
This one in the webs? Definitely.
Just as I walk by, just observing, seeing if there's anything like useful we can get.
Just go ahead and give me like a perception.
Perception. 14.
Nothing really stands out to you. Most of these books, like the titles and stuff, are kind of like etched out. They look kind of moth-eaten, kind of worn to time and lost to time.
Okay.
Looks like they've been down here quite a while.
Okay.
Give me a history check.
Bum, 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 bum. 12.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell how long this stuff has been down here, but quite a while.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Other guys?
Yep.
You can
Let's
move your
go.
characters.
Yep, following along.
Now, as you guys kind of come into this room, the main thing of note is going to be this kind of religious stone. I don't know necessarily what you call it, but basically like a stone altar. Also, the statues that I mentioned, and that beautiful carpet. That's totally not a mimic.
We look around, see what's up with the statues. Is the brazier lit?
Orbo, you said you're about to light it, right? Or you already did. Yeah, so he lit it. So this one here is lit. The other one is not.
Okay. I'd like to look at the statue over here.
Which one?
How do I do this ping thing?
So if you have the pointer clicked, the select and move pointer, you can just hold it down and it should ping. There you go.
Take a look. See if I
Yes, that is the brazier that I'm moving to ignite.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a little fire guy. Put it there.
Yeah, no problem. Ooh, yeah, let me
No,
move up.
that's
for
fine. I'll just mark it with something. Fire
Yay!
That works.
It is no.
Pit circle fire.
Circle fire. Yeah, so
Um,
I'm looking actually to see if I can identify it.
Yeah, so you kind of go ahead and approach. You can give me an investigation, a religion, or history.
10.
You're kind of looking at these. There's no like legible, readable kind of etchings or anything that you're aware of. Kind of difficult to tell. Obviously, the significance of them is decorative, but it's difficult to tell, if it's from a certain culture, from a certain religion, anything like that from that role.
Okay. Do they look like giants?
They are. So they are all holding a spear, kind of straight up, so the spear would be kind of in front of the face. They are humanoid,
Interesting.
but the statues themselves are roughly about 9 feet tall.
It's pretty big.
I didn't mention how tall this area is either. It's probably about 15-foot ceilings in this room. The other ones were about 10.
Lots of big stuff going on here, y'all. Can I check out the altar now?
Yeah, unless somebody else wants to do something. Yeah, you go ahead and approach the altar then.
Orbo's going to continue pushing to the forefront for the group, and on a 1 and a 3, it's straight across the room, and on a 2 and a 4, he goes south. So he goes to the right archway covered in spider webs.
Okay.
This
To
is
go,
Do you run through the spider webs? I think you should.
yeah, I do.
Do you?
Sword out, yeah, he comes in and hacks straight down the center of any of them to clear the way, and then steps back.
Okay, excellent. So everybody's going to have the opportunity to do one thing, and then something is going to happen.
Oh no.
Grab my pistol.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. Did you want to check the altar?
Yeah.
Well, what exactly are you checking for?
I'm just looking at if there's anything on the altar that could give us an idea of where we are, what's going on. Just looking at it, see if there's any.
Give me a religion roll, please.
5.
Absolutely not.
All right, cool.
This seems to be a place to venerate some type of old god. No god that you've ever heard of or know about.
Can I attempt with history?
Sure.
Nice.
Hang on, I'm about to choke and die.
Do that. If you're joining us down here in the underworld.
Okay. So, you find kind of this symbology of basically this circle of life type deal, where it's life, death, decay. Decay brings life, brings death, decay. And as you're kind of trying to remember, like, what is related to that in a religious sense, the name Velterra comes to mind.
Oh shit! Hold on. Bio. What is how you spell it? Oh, you're just typing it.
Velterra.
God of death, maybe.
Velterra is the god of cyclical nature and death.
Cyclical nature and death. Okay.
No.
Notes. Do what? No what?
No to somebody.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. I wrote it down in notes.
With that roll, you're high enough to know that the worshippers of Valterra, and this is a religion that ended roughly around 200 years ago. But the worshippers of Valterra believe that you should accept inevitability of death, that embracing the change, and through the acceptance you gain new understanding.
So maybe that happened to us.
I don't know.
Because technically, and according to our vision, we died.
Interesting.
I'm kind of in denial about this. Let's move forward.
So I tell Thaddeus, who's next to me, all about what I know, so that way someone else knows about it.
Oh, how interesting. I had no idea.
Salrid, Shu Yun, you guys want to do anything?
I was mainly going to come down and look down this other path and make sure there's nothing else there.
I wanted to check that too.
God damn it, Burnside. So as
Oh,
you do, you kind of come around the corner. You see that there are stairs leading up.
All right. Yeah, I'll come back and let everybody know about that too.
Okay. And then, thanks to Mr. Rich, something is going to happen. It's going to be very fun for everybody.
I rid of my pistol.
I'm just waiting on this to load because my phone is being dumb and I can't load my stats.
Good news.
Oh my god, Joe, take forever.
What is?
That's fine.
I'm joking.
If you guys take a look at the map, there's been some changes.
Oh god. I hate
No, there haven't. That's not really there. Just go ahead and close that back up.
Yeah, I don't remember that being there, so.
Mr. Orbo, does a natural 20 hit?
God.
Why, yes, a natural 20 hits my armor class.
You take 1 point of piercing damage, and that's times 2. So that's 2 points of piercing damage. And 2d4 poison damage.
Jesus.
For 8. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure thing. Give me just a second. I will gladly roll that for you. Constitution saving throw is an 8.
And you needed a 9. You are now poisoned. And per the poison condition, I will read that for you.
Oh. No. Oh, Orbo.
You have disadvantage on attack roll and ability checks.
Yes. I will switch my character sheet right now to disadvantage, and that will ensure that all my rolls are rolled with it.
And we are, instead of doing another initiative, I'm just going to keep the same one if it's still up there, if that's fine.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
I just pulled it up. Just because that's easier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me add James to it. Shouldn't you go ahead and roll for me just because you weren't in the last one?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, beautiful.
Damn.
What the heck? Why is it wrong? There. So James,
Oh!
it'll be your first, sir. You see these three large spiders kind of drop down. One of them strikes Orbo, and he is not looking amazing.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Does poison take away from hit points? Or from temporary hit points?
It does not.
So it just directly hit. So like even if I give him temporary hit points, it still would take away from his health.
No, he would have temporary hit points, but what the poison does is it basically gives you disadvantage. You're in a
okay.
weakened state. The
Okay,
damage
so it's
himself was like the venom kind of coursing through his blood and stuff. The DC save was the after effect.
Oh, okay. So he's not actively like slowly dying or anything.
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
it's not like an RPG where you just constantly take poison damage.
Okay. Okay. Like yeah, like every 5 seconds it's oh. All right. I just want to know. All right. I do the old slash and thrash against the one to my top right.
Okay.
Slash and thrash.
Do it.
I'm here for it.
9.
Fortunately, that misses.
9.
Unfortunately, that also misses.
You
9.
thrash.
9. It does not hit.
9.
Nine.
Imagine being bitch.
Mr. Shunyu, the scary bitch.
Okay, bitch.
No, that's
So,
it.
I think my movement's 40. So would
You
I
have
be
more
able
than enough
to?
movement if you want to run away.
Oh, definitely.
Pull Wimbledon and just leave.
So would I be able to move myself to where it is?
100%.
So I do that, and that activates my charger ability. So I get a.
With Charger, I mean, you would run through Orbo.
We'll get out the way, Orbo. Never mind. I'll go to this one. then.
Actually, no. I'll
Nope.
allow it because per the rules, you can move through friendly spaces. So yeah, I'll allow it.
Sweet.
I'm feeling gracious.
So I appreciate it, sir.
I would say Orbo would only get out of his way as long as he knew it was coming. If he was charging at him and was like, look out, yeah, I'd totally move with enough space to let him pass me.
There's a 13.
Go ahead and click on the Charger ability just to throw it up again. I think I know
Okay.
what it does. I just want to double check.
So if I.
That's right. It's +5 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, as Orbo.
Oh no, it's a +5 to the attack damage
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, to damage. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's even better. So yeah, as Orbo kind of retches back from this attack, you are just full sprinting. You kind of jump over his shoulder and just like bull rush the shit out of the spider, dealing 16 points of damage.
Damn.
You land roughly about here. The spider goes flying. Kind of hits the ground, rolls a little bit, ends about here. It is definitely dead.
Ooh. I like this.
Orbo, your turn, sir.
Seeing the small man that just leaped my shoulders and pretty much tackled this spider that bit me with the staff, Orbo's going to make mental note to pay him back later, and he turns immediately to the spider to his left and brings his club down into the top of its head near its face and mandibles, and then attempts to drop his sword with his bonus action that people can now finally clearly see is a wooden stick bound in leathers and what appears to be pointed, jagged, triangular teeth as he attempts to like slap it and rake to tear it open.
Okay.
So I will give you my club first, being that's my main hand attack. 22
22 is
is my disadvantage for 7,
Yeah,
and
you
then
crack it pretty good.
9 for the shark tooth.
So with that first hit, it kind of like pulls back, and your second kind of sawtooth is gonna miss.
Yeah.
Because as you kind of smash it, you're bringing it right in, and it just reflexively kind of pulls back.
Mhm.
Mr. Thaddeus.
Sweet. So I take a pot shot. One of them.
So this one you would have a clear shot at.
Yeah.
This one you would kind of have to shoot through friendly allies.
Which one's damage already?
This one is damaged.
All right. How's it looking?
Kind of difficult to tell. It is kind of one of the legs is kind of bent up and kind of broken where he kind of crushed it. Just a little bit of like green kind of liquid pouring out of the wound, but
It's kind of gross. I'm gonna shoot the one that I have a clear shot of. I don't want to accidentally hit one of my new allies.
I'll give you extra damage if you shoot through his, like the back of his neck.
What if I shoot between his legs?
Yeah, try that. You just catch him right in the taint.
No, I'm gonna shoot.
No, don't do that. Go ahead, you can shoot this one.
Or I could just walk up and thunderclap all these fools.
You could. More so than the gun, thunderclap would be a little bit louder.
Yeah. Does it affect allies?
Oh, I believe it's all creatures in the area.
Nah, I'm gonna pistol it out.
Shoot him.
Oh, I can use my nice silver dagger. Got that? Can I just walk up on this one and silver him in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thaddeus casually strolls up. Well, so like, can I come here, right where this brazier is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I get advantage on him?
No.
Meh. I'm gonna stab him from here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dex to hit. It might not be on your character sheet yet.
I put it on there.
Okay.
How's that?
That is excellent, and you did the right amount of damage. Because instead of a D4, that dagger does a D6.
Sweet.
I'm gonna add something on your character sheet real quick, or you can add it. The special property of it, because it is silvered, if it is an undead creature, it does an additional D4 damage.
Go ahead and add it. I wouldn't know what it's about.
Okay, I'll put it on.
Are these undead? Are these undead?
These are spiders.
You could be undead spiders, man.
It could be, but they're not.
All right. And as I go to stab him, I'm like, back off, my homie. Slash. Cool. I think that's my turn.
I'm just gonna roll this real quick to see if it added it. Alright, so now when you roll it, it has that little extra thing so you don't forget.
Nice. Oh, I have identify.
You do.
I smart.
Okay.
Cool.
So they are both taking some damage. Same thing, you kind of slash at this thing, you're able to take out, let's say, 2 of its legs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm good.
And it would be, that is your turn, Mr. Salred.
I'm gonna try and rapier this one over here.
I'm sorry, I didn't see which one.
The one right
This
by
one?
Reg.
Okay.
This lower one. 15 to hit for another whopping 3.
Every bit helps.
3's better than 0.
It is. And now it is the Spooder's turn. They are both going to attack the ones that just attacked them. Actually, you're kind of a little hard to hit for that one, so it is going to attack. Is it Eros? Eros? Erios? Cheerios?
Cheerios it is. Cheerio the
I
Cheerio.
think it was Erios.
I'm going to butcher that every time. You guys are going to name your characters like Frank or Steve.
Or Thad.
Totally going to miss you. This other one is going to attack the amazing Lord Thaddeus. And miss.
Oh, definitely missed that one.
Top of the round.
Nice.
Elf boy, what do you do? Knife ears.
Sooner to stab you in the back with.
What?
Knife ears.
I'm going to, hack and the slash the guy above me.
Okay.
Because that's all I really can do right now. 16.
That will hit. Actually,
an
that is
11?
enough to kill that one.
Hey!
So now you can bonus the other one.
So I hack that one, and then I immediately turn and use my dagger and shots a natural 20.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you kind of lunge into this one, and as you do, this other one thinks it's going to get an opening, and you just do this like sly flourish and catch him with both blades and just rip this